Y'all see them in the streets struggling, young, dumb, and thuggin', give a fuck about nothing. Stuck at rock bottom, trying to come up on something. Pumping from sundown to sun.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. We are back on reaction to Arcane. This is season 1, episode 2. Some mysteries are better left unsolved. Now, it's only been a couple days since I watched the premiere, and honestly, guys, I'm kind of surprised by just how much I actually enjoyed it, because sometimes when starting a new series, you just never know. It may take them a few episodes to really find their groove, or even for us as the viewer to kind of latch on to characters, but this one felt different. It was very enjoyable from the very start, from the soundtrack, the score, the characters, the story, the art design. I'm absolutely loving all of it so far, and I'm just excited to see where we go from here. So I'm not going to waste any more time. If you guys look at my full reaction to the show, link to my Patreon is down in the description below, or subscribe to the channel. Now's a very good time. Click that button down below. Smash like below right there. With that said, let's jump right in. Let's check it out. Let's go. Now, the first episode started out with devastation. Let's see where we start out here.
Careful. That's your parents' money you're dropping.
You're spilling.
Hello? Is someone in there?
Saw someone run past.
Hey, open up!
Oh, okay. This is the other perspective. Woo! Seeing how it played out on the other side. Jace. Started out with more devastation. Whoa. Sorcerer. Took them both. Okay, I feel like I'm on acid over here. What was in that weed? Took them to like another plane or something. Power of the crystal.
Let's go over it again.
You have to believe me. I didn't do this.
Relax, kid. We know it was a break-in, but that doesn't explain this. What happened here?
Science, I guess. Who are you anyway?
I'm assistant to the dean of the academy. He sent me here to ensure that anything dangerous...
Assistant to the regional manager.
Safely.
It's true.
How am I dangerous?
Yeah, that's for the council to decide.
What?
Imprisonment. What a curious principle. I do love a good conundrum. I remember the first time I saw you at the academy.
What are
You
you?
reminded me of myself. No great science should ever put lives in danger.
Professor Heimerdinger, I believe I've discovered something.
Professor
truly
what?
incredible. A way to harness magic through science.
The arcane is dangerous, Jace. A force of nature. Science cannot control it. I am now 307 years old.
Ooh.
All my life I've pursued the mysteries of
Don't look a
science.
day past 100.
Only to discover some are better left unsolved. Own your mistakes before the council. Admit your work was dangerous. But speak nothing of magic.
Back up and running. Sharpshooter. Look in your face.
Get back. Tell me where I can find them. Top side of business ain't my concern.
Hey guys, you should see this.
Woo! Through the glass.
Go ahead, idiots. Got nothing.
Oh, we got something. Oh, that was something. I like the light show.
got ambition. It's why we supported him in the first place.
Ambition?
Darling, he nearly blew up.
Ambition?
Jace had nothing to do
Pure
with that.
rich
He was
speak.
robbed. We need to help him. Caitlin's right. We've known Jace for years.
We've got the numbers to beat him. Yeah, let's teach him what it means to mess with us.
Smoke up.
You sure that's what you want?
The Vander I knew, the one who built the underground, wouldn't be afraid to fight.
Seems wise, though.
Do I look afraid?
No. You look weak.
Oh! They're turning on him.
Why isn't he doing anything?
Vander's gotta deal with the enforcers.
What deal?
To keep the peace.
Jace Talos. You are accused of illegal experimentation.
The materials were far more dangerous than I was aware of.
It's going along with it.
I now know my actions were against Academy regulations.
So we're looking members on this council.
Years, I can speak for his character.
This is... I was trying to create magic.
We're supposed to say that.
The Arcane is the curse of our world. My race was nearly destroyed by it.
Surely we, the pioneers of science, can use it for good. Think of the wonders we could create. Let me prove...
Enough! You don't understand what's at stake. That's a burden that only I here carry.
Oh, he's got history.
Time. I've seen this power in the wrong hands. It corrupts. That cannot happen here, my boy. It must not.
My son isn't in his right mind. His entire life he's chased an impossible dream.
They're pleading
What
insanity.
he did was foolish and unwise.
Perhaps in this matter, a lesser sentence may suffice.
Let him off with probation.
Summarily expelled from the academy. You may take your son home, Mrs. Tanis. But he is never to set foot on academy grounds again.
He's got to practice magic from his mom's basement.
Could it work? Could these stones really invoke magic?
Nonsense. It's far too unstable. Come tomorrow morning, his research will be safely disposed of. Lock up. No. Magic is far too...
Yeah, he's not gonna let it go.
Will he live?
Long enough.
No more cats, please. No more cats.
There's a monster inside all of us.
What? No, it'll kill me.
Power. Real power doesn't come to those who were born strongest. It comes to those who will do anything to achieve it.
Shots. Okay, he's hulking out.
This mention of magic has the people afraid. The culprits must be apprehended.
Don't you think we've pushed them hard enough?
Push them more.
Turn the Undercity upside down if you have to. Just fight them.
What can I get you?
4 sump rats will do. Search the place.
Oh, nice. Just warning to them. I was gonna find them.
You weren't always the peacekeeper, were you?
It'd be a shame if I'd put them on again. Cast irons. Oh, it's hard to clean.
They're not here now. Fuck off.
You're just a small man in a little hole the world forgot to bury. And I'm gonna bury the lot of you.
You can only push people so far.
You all okay?
You hurt him. They won't stop. We need to fight back. And if you won't, I will.
Ooh.
I've heard this kind of talk before.
She's been training for this. She wants her revenge.
You still don't understand.
What I don't understand is how you can work with them.
I know you want to hurt the Topsiders for what they've done to us. But who are you willing to lose? Nobody wins in war, Vi.
War never changes. Yo, don't!
You? Nobody's ever believed in me. Poor cripple from the Undercity, which is why I'm here. Because I think you're onto something. I want to help you complete your research. You're going to change the world. Don't ask for permission.
And he was ready to call it quits, too.
I don't even know your name. It's Victor.
Look, I made it for the enforcers. These are smoke bombs, and those two are full of nails.
You know, Powder, what makes you different makes you strong. Always remember that, okay?
Maybe it's not too late.
The record from the start.
There's a girl in town, and words go around. She's just fine.
Oh no! Did she send it? No! Wow, I just picked up what she did. So she's like giving herself up, I guess, to kind of save the others because they're not going to stop, right? Keep on coming. I could be wrong about that, or that's just the way that she's going to get revenge by getting her in there with them. Yo, I thought for sure they were going to bust through the bar, they were going to take Powder, and then, yeah, that was going to be the rescue mission moving forward. But it seems like she's actually going to give herself up. But before we go any further, guys, alright, that was Arcane Season 1, Episode 2. Some mysteries are better left unsolved. And, yo, that kind of upset me. A little bit sad at the end there that she's actually giving herself up. So I'm just going to have to hope moving forward she's going to be okay. It looks bad right now, but that's okay. We're going to get her back the next episode. We're going to be doing a rescue mission for her instead of Powder. But yeah, the episode started out where we actually saw the opposite side of things, where the initial explosion from the first episode, the other side of the door, Jace, where he pretty much got screwed over, and it was kind of a wild series of events that took place because of that. It was kind of like a ripple effect or a butterfly effect, because he was actually put on trial for his magic and trying to experiment with magic. Because of that, that's how he was actually found out, because of that explosion. It was partly because of his stuff that he actually had in there, but obviously we saw the heist go down. If they weren't actually there and Powder didn't drop that one little crystal, then he would have been okay to keep on practicing, going on with his magic, because we did see a bit of his backstory also, where he was actually saved as a kid from a sorcerer using magic, where it looked like him and his mom were right about to die. They were out in like the middle of winter in a blizzard, just passed out there in the middle of the snow, when this random sorcerer just appeared out of nowhere. And I'm sure we're going to see him again at some point, or even if we don't, I guess that's just the inspiration for the rest of his life moving forward. That was his career path, just by saving him in that moment. And it was obviously a good thing too, because we saw, it seems like his mother is a good woman also, who also risked everything to save her son's life later on at the actual council meeting. And I don't know how I feel about this actual council either. We definitely had some interesting characters, some interesting members on that council. The one dude from Rick and Morty, I don't know if you guys have ever watched Rick and Morty, but like all the gears, I think that's what he's called, like Gear Man or something like that. But yeah, it definitely reminded me of that. He had a weird voice and everything kicking. And then the other members, they didn't really seem the nicest either, except for the one that was over 300 years old. I don't even know what exactly he was. He was like a little furry creature, kind of. I don't think he was human. He was definitely a creature of some sort living that long, but also, who knows, with magic these days. But the other members, they were like rich and pompous, was not feeling them at all. The one had like those weird gears around her neck, also that cylinder. She was like off with his head pretty much. She did not care about Jace. So thankfully things did actually go his way, where he pretty much got probation and he was banned from the academy and using magic. But the other dude afterwards, Victor, I don't know how I feel about his character just yet, because it seems like he was doing a good thing. Like, Jace was ready to call it quits. He was going to completely give up, because it seems like without magic, he doesn't want to go on with his life. And then Victor appeared out of nowhere, because he was definitely intrigued by the research and the experiments of Jace, and just hearing about all the magic and then seeing it for himself also. And then when he actually got there, he saved his life. Like, he got there just in the nick of time. But I just don't know where exactly he's coming from, if he's going to be using this for good or not. Maybe it's the accent, and I don't want to put any harsh blame on anybody that has an accent. I don't want to point any fingers, but I don't know, it's just something about that accent, and it led me to believe that he may not necessarily have the best intentions in mind with Jace and this magic moving forward, but he's definitely a character I will keep my eye on. If I get that wrong and he's completely a good guy in the future, I will apologize in the future. Don't worry about that. But obviously, no spoilers. We will find out in due time once, I guess, their experiments and research fully come to fruition. But we didn't really get to see too much of our ragtag group of misfits this episode. We did get to see more of Vander, which was definitely a good thing because he genuinely seems like a good guy nowadays who clearly has a dark history and past. And they kind of teased it a little bit too with his iron fist hanging from the ceiling of the bar, and they were pushing him, man. I don't know why they're pushing him so much. It's that one younger dick cop guard security guy. Like, I don't know why he's doing that. He's just asking for trouble because the older lady, his partner, she knew she has a deal with Vander, and she even told him the first episode, like, yo, step outside. We don't need you right here. We're trying to keep the peace. Everything's running smoothly. Just go away. But this episode, he shows up to the bar by himself, and immediately he's causing trouble. And Vander even gave him a free drink and everything, and he's still gonna treat him that way. Like, the other people in the other patrons in the bar, they are ready to step up and go, and that's part of the reason why they're kind of turning on Vander at the moment too, because he's genuinely trying to keep the peace for everyone, not just his ragtag group of misfits that he seems to have raised, but his people, the underground people. And I don't think they fully realize that because they're like, no, we're ready to go. Like, let's start a war. We could take them. That group of 4 took on a few. We could take on the rest. So I know it may seem that way, and that very well may be true, but he wants to avoid all that, avoid any casualties at all. And honestly, that just shows that he's a good guy. Even though he may have a darker past, he's definitely turned things around. So I'm definitely rooting for him, but I feel like it's only a matter of time before you can only push someone so far before they finally push back. And I feel like it's only a matter of time before we get to that point. And if not by him, we've already seen that with Vi. She's going to be stepping up now. She pretty much gave herself up just so it seems like she could get closer and so kind of save the others as well. And she definitely did, because I'm just now thinking about it. She said her goodbye to Powder. I forget exactly what she said, but just she gave like her a last message, something to remember, to like always remember to do this or always remember to be this way. So the fact that, man, it definitely seemed like a goodbye to when she was doing that in the moment. That wasn't the case at all. So that was a sad ending, man. I really hope they get her back next episode. Once her friends find out, Vander might try to convince them, like, hey, even though she's gone, like, she chose to do this, yes, we want her back, but we can't go out there. They're probably going to go out there regardless because they got to get her back. That's her friend and family. I'm going to go as far as saying family too, obviously for Powder, but even for the others as well, because it's pretty clear they're a close-knit group. But man, I almost teared up at the end there too. That's 2 episodes. There's some emotional moments, and I think if you guys know me from any of my previous reactions, I love emotional moments in these shows. That's kind of what like really makes me connect to these characters as well. So great series so far. We are 2 for 2. Real looking forward to the next episode, but I think that's just about it for me, guys. So as always, let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments down below. If you guys can like, subscribe, really helps my channel grow. Until next time, I am out. Enjoy your night. Peace.
Well, I didn't smoke enough for you, didn't drink enough for you, wasn't fun enough.